Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Unetta Spring.
All right, y'all. Rickey, Smiley Morning Show, man. I am so excited, man. It is Talk It Out Tuesday with our licensed professional counselor, Unetta Spring. Unetta, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing this morning?
Man, we are so happy to have you. Tomorrow, November the 11th, is Veterans Day, and the annual holiday set aside to recognize those who risk everything to serve this country and defend liberty and justice around the world. And often, veterans return home to enjoy life as civilians, and the transition is not always easy. It is not uncommon for veterans to experience everything from mild to severe mental health challenges, unfortunately, with too many ending in suicide. Unetta, so how can we offer support to our family members and friends who need mental health care after serving our country, and how can we persuade them, to go and get help?
Yeah, man. Veterans, that's a population that's so near and dear to my heart. I don't know if y'all knew, I grew up half of my childhood was as a military kid.
Right.
Lived on a military installation, worked for the military, so just being very connected to this group, it is so important, that veterans get the support that they need, because they make sacrifices and they deal with things and experience things that they can't even talk about, and it's hard, if you are a family member of a veteran, to be able to, know how to support them. But I think with any person that's struggling or dealing with any kind of diagnosis, I think it's important to be able to see the person, and not necessarily just view them for their issues or their struggles, or their illness. Because, the military culture it prides itself on being strong and tough and self-reliant. And it can be really difficult to, be vulnerable when you grow up in a or you have a culture like that, whether it be specifically through the military or if you grew up in a culture communities of color where we have that same, mindset as well. So I think our veterans deal with what I call a triple stigma.
Right.
And what that is it's the stigma that they have on themselves, where they feel ashamed, they don't feel confident to seek help or, for their mental health. An anticipated stigma, which means that they feel like if they talk about these things that they'll be treated differently by their family, friends, future employment opportunities and things of that nature. And then the public stigma, the way that we collectively view, those who serve or the military, so I think a few things that we can consider as we're approaching Veterans Day is just to recognize that this is not just a day off. Somebody had to sacrifice for us to have this day off for those who have it. So being able to find a way to honor somebody who served, whether it be giving them a call, just checking in, seeing how they're doing, sending them something, just something to let them know you're thinking of them and you appreciate them.
Right.
And then the second is to be able to respect their boundaries. Some veterans like to talk about their experience in the military or whatever the case may be, but some don't. So just giving them grace and space to just honor whatever it is that they wish to do. And then understanding that it's hard for people who are on that giving role sometimes to receive, so taking that extra time and effort just to show them how much you care about them, because they may, be like, I'm good, I don't need anything. You know what I mean? So you may have to take that extra step. So that's what I have, just as a way to support.
Thank you so much for sharing all that information, y'all. Y'all give it up and show you love for our Rickey Smiley Morning Show counselor, Unetta Spring. And make sure y'all visit Unetta's website. That's springforthcounseling.org. If you need help, hit up springforthcounseling.org and find her on Instagram and Facebook at Springforth Counseling. Unetta, thank you so much.
No problem. Thank y'all. Have a good day.
You.
There it is, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.